Hello and welcome to Chapter 9 of English Conversation 616. This chapter, we will talk about travel, tickets, trips and tales. We'll learn how to talk about and share our adventures and dream destinations, including famous places, and our bucket list trips. This is a very common topic to discuss with people that you might meet casually on holiday, or just have regular conversations with your friends. This is a very normal subject, like where do you want to go? Why do you want to go there? What's on your bucket list? So we want to learn how to discuss travel plans and experiences, as well as recommendations, and doing so with excitement and detail. So you want to recommend a place, you need to do so with energy. Like, I like it because it's amazing, it's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we've got some warm-up questions to get us started. What's the best trip you've ever taken? What's the best trip you've ever taken? So how will we answer this? Well, I'll start up here. The best trip I've ever taken, past tense, right, was to somewhere, right? Maybe we were based in South Korea, so local destinations might include Vietnam, Japan, the Philippines, Taiwan, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia. I've never been to Laos, but let's write that down as an example. The best trip I've ever taken was to Laos. This is a country, right? So maybe you want to define it, instead of a country, a city. Maybe you've never been out of your home country, so the best trip you've ever taken maybe was to Busan. Again, if it's in Korea, maybe Jeju Island. Jeju Island is a very popular destination for local people to travel to. It gets them the holiday experience without the hassle of going to another country. Do you have a dream destination on your travel bucket list? So we have lots of bucket lists, right? To-do lists before we die. Very morbid, but that's life and death. So you have dream destination on your travel. So we modify bucket list by including travel bucket list. So yeah, actually, I'd love to go to Brazil. So you could say, I dream of going to, or traveling to, or visiting, right? We've got lots of options. Visiting Brazil one day. All right, like a country. You might, instead of worrying about the country, you might want to say, I want to go to Paris, or Paris. Obviously, Paris is in France, but you might not be interested in going to France, the country. You might just be focused on going to Paris inside the country. So that might be your dream destination. You're not interested in other places in France. You're interested in the capital city, right? Capital city. Some people love capital cities, and some people prefer countryside. All right, countryside towns or villages. All right, the final question, super quick. How do you prefer to travel? Solo, with friends, or in a group? So I prefer to travel solo, with friends, in a group. Okay, use these as a structure to practice, and then comment below if you want to, and I'll see you for the vocabulary video. Thank you for watching. Welcome back to English Conversations 616. We're on Chapter 9, Part 2, where I will be reading through the vocabulary. I'm going to read the words and their meanings, and I'll repeat the example twice. Number 1, bucket list. Bucket list. Bucket list. A list of experiences you want to have in your life. Visiting Paris is on my bucket list. Visiting Paris is on my bucket list. Number 2, destination. 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 A place you travel to. Barcelona is my dream destination. Barcelona's my dream destination. Number 3, itinerary. Itinerary. A plan for what to do and see during a trip. I made a detailed itinerary for my trip to London. I made a detailed itinerary for my trip to London. Number 4, tourist trap. Tourist trap. A tourist trap. A place or attraction that is overhyped and crowded. The Eiffel Tower is a bit of a tourist trap. The Eiffel Tower is a bit of a tourist trap. Number 5, passport. 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 An official document needed to travel internationally. Make sure your passport is valid before booking. Make sure your passport is valid before booking. So we have bucket list, destination, itinerary, tourist trap, passport. And the last 5. Flight. Flight, the act of flying or a scheduled air trip. My flight leaves at 8 a.m. My flight leaves at 8 a.m. Number 7, accommodation. 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 Accommodation is a place to stay during a trip. I booked a hotel for the weekend. I booked our accommodation for the weekend. Instead of a hotel, I might say our That's a omission while I was checking the book. I booked our accommodation for the weekend. Our room, our place. Number 8, local cuisine. The typical food of a particular area. So local cuisine. Cuisine is a kind of menu of food of a particular style in a community, an area, or a country. Try the local cuisine when you visit Thailand. Try the local cuisine when you visit Thailand. Number 9, sightseeing. Sightseeing. Visiting interesting places in a city or area. We spent the whole day sightseeing in New York. We spent the whole day sightseeing in New York. And number 10, travel vlog. Travel vlog. Travel vlog. A video blog, vlog, documenting someone's travel experiences. I love watching travel vlogs for new destination ideas. I love watching travel vlogs for new destination ideas. So we have flight, accommodation, local cuisine, sightseeing, travel vlog. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with the third video where I'll read the model dialogue and the expressions. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to chapter 9. This is part 3 where I read through the model dialogue and expressions. I will read this dialogue 3 times. The first time slowly, the second time pausing after every long pause, and the third time I'll read it as naturally as I possibly can, and hopefully at that point you're ready to shadow and follow me. The noise in the background is the ice machine, as always. We go. So, I'm planning a trip to Tokyo next year. Have you been? I went last summer. It's amazing. The food, the culture, everything. I can't wait. I'm already researching cool spots. What do you recommend? You have to visit Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya Crossing. And definitely try sushi at Tsukiji Market. Sounds perfect. I'm thinking of staying near Shinjuku. Great choice. It's so vibrant and close to everything. Don't forget to take lots of photos. Okay, ready for version 2? So I'll pause and I would like you to copy what I'm saying. If I'm butchering, which means reading poorly the Japanese words, I'm very, very sorry. I did quickly check how to say the words, but I probably forgot the perfect pronunciation. But anyway, I'll read it the way English people would sing it for the first time. Ready? So, I'm planning a trip to Tokyo next year. Have you been? I went last summer. It's amazing. The food, the culture, everything. I can't wait. I'm already researching cool spots. What do you recommend? You have to visit Shibuya Crossing and definitely try sushi at Tsukiji Market. Sounds perfect. I'm thinking of staying near Shinjuku. Great choice. It's so vibrant and close to everything. Don't forget to take lots of photos. Okay, well done. This is the third and final time I'll read this model dialogue. Now I'm going to read it as naturally as possible, so you can listen as a reference. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So, I'm planning a trip to Tokyo next year. Have you been? I went last summer. It's amazing. The food, the culture, everything. I can't wait. I'm already researching cool spots. What do you recommend? You have to visit Shibuya Crossing and definitely try sushi at Tsukiji Market. Sounds perfect. I'm thinking of staying near Shinjuku. Great choice. It is so vibrant and close to everything. Don't forget to take lots of photos. Alright, so I recommend you just go back in the video and listen to that a few times, and then try and do your best to say it in your own natural way. Remember, it's got to be natural. I'm not looking to copy the way I talk, you're looking to copy the way you talk. I'll do these 3 expressions, same slowly and then more naturally. 1. I'm planning a trip to Vietnam. I'm planning a trip to Vietnam. I'm planning a trip to Vietnam. 2. Have you ever been to Osaka? Have you ever been to Osaka? Have you ever been to Osaka? Number 3. What do you recommend I see or do there? What do you recommend I see there? What do you recommend I do there? What do you recommend I see and do there? And finally, the food was amazing. The food was amazing. Oh, the food was amazing. The food was amazing. Number 2. It was the trip of a lifetime. It was the trip of a lifetime. Oh, it was the trip of a lifetime. Number 3. We stayed in a beautiful hotel in Seoul. We stayed in a beautiful hotel in Seoul. We stayed in a beautiful hotel in Seoul. All right, well done. Again, this is to improve your speech. Listen, repeat, practice, record yourself, and match what you're getting right and wrong, and keep practicing. It's about improving the muscles and that muscle memory when we talk. Well done, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to chapter 9, part 4. We will go through the practice activities together. So prepared some writing in advance. So question 1, fill in the blank. I've always wanted to visit, it's on my bucket list. So in the gap, you can fill in a country or a city that you've always wanted to visit. I've always wanted to visit America. I've always wanted to visit Texas. I've always wanted to visit Austin, Texas. It's on my bucket list. How about you? Where have you always wanted to visit? I'd love to find out. Number 2, what interests you about vlogs? Vlogs. Right, so on a separate piece of paper, prepare some stuff here. Here we go. What interests you about vlogs? I like watching vlogs helps me too. These are 3 sample beginners or sample starters for your sentence. So what interests you about vlogs? So I enjoy watching other people travel. Right. So if I talk about travel vlog, I enjoy watching other people travel. I like getting ideas from vlogs. So a video vlog, sometimes they give you ideas where to go, what to do, what not to do, where not to go. Watching vlogs helps me to plan my trip, okay, or vacation. It helps me to understand if a place is as good as I heard. So sometimes someone might recommend, oh, I recommend you go to Canada, but you're not sure. Is there stuff I can do? Will it have nice food? So you might search some vlogs and see what other people similar to you did in those places, and then you understand if a place is good or as good as you heard. Question 3. I couldn't see the words through my screen. Write 2 sentences using accommodation and tourist trap. Okay, so I've done a lot here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to zoom out a bit. It's a bit annoying. That's a bit better. So we've got 6 sentences here, so we'll split them up into tourist trap and then accommodation. The first 3 here. I try to avoid tourist traps when I travel. I try to avoid tourist traps when I travel. Although tourist traps are frustrating, they are not the end of the world. Although tourist traps are frustrating, they're not the end of the world. Meaning, not that you understand, but it's not a disaster. You know what to avoid. You don't have to participate. You don't have to pay the prices and go to the busy places. Many people consider tourist traps as high price, low quality options. So remember, a tourist trap might be a restaurant inside the popular area that doesn't really use the nicest quality of stuff, and it will be slightly more expensive. And it's designed to attract tourists. So not necessarily locally owned or locally sourced. It's just kind of a convenient, clean, air-conditioned option that a lot of tourists do actually like and appreciate. But you kind of pay a premium for that. You lose the authenticity of the experience. I prefer to stay at basic, low-cost accommodation when I travel. I prefer to stay at basic, low-cost accommodation when I travel. I consider, personally, accommodation is just a nice quiet, clean place to sleep, and I want to go out and experience and walk around and have fun outside. So for me, accommodation is not really that important. Just somewhere basic that's a basic bed, not special. The location of our accommodation is important. So the location, if it's far away or nearby a town centre or an activity hub. Accommodation can become more expensive during the peak season. So during the summer vacation or summer holidays for Europe, lots of places become super expensive. It's when people have time to travel, prices go up. On the low season, sometimes it's good to visit in the low season. Depending on which country you go to, there might be monsoon weather, or it might be too cold. So you have to factor that in as well. Question 4. Role play. One person is planning a trip, and the other gives travel advice using at least 3 vocab words or vocabs. Oh, got a big script here. It's not all going to fit in. Right, I'm going to have to read it and then scroll up, okay? So, giving a trip. This is a longer dialogue. I think we should be getting better at that now. Please, again, take this as a basis. Develop it with your own ideas. You can comment below and I'll edit it for you if you want me to. Here we go. A. 3, 2, 1. I'm planning a trip to Thailand this autumn. Do you have any advice? Do you use a VPN when you search for hotels and flights? No. Should I? I do, and I seem to get better prices. Cheers. Do you have any other tips? Try to book accommodation within walking distance of the area you will spend the most time. Then you will save money by walking. Plus, it's an easy way to stay healthy and burn off your dinner. Thanks. I'm planning on making a vlog of the local cuisine while I go sightseeing. So walking around would make for good content. Ooh. Not bad. It's okay, right? Number 5. Imagine you are planning a trip. Write your ideal itinerary. So I've given an example here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. Okay, we can see everything here. This is not my ideal itinerary, but this is probably a typical example of what people might do. Depending on where you're from, the duration to the length of your trip will vary. So this is just a basic short vacation sample. So on day 1, we're going to check in, shower, and walk around the local area. Simple evening meal, early night. Sounds quite good for a first day. I like walking around the local area because the worst thing is get to the end of your trip and then you find something good. A good cafe or a nice restaurant. Oh, I wish I'd seen this earlier. On day 2, we have a hotel breakfast. And we walk to the beach and maybe swim at the hotel after. And probably have a shower, get changed, and go out for lunch. In the evening, go for a beach walk and then attend the night market. Get some street food. On day 3, maybe when we're nice and rested, acclimatized, start our local sightseeing maybe a temple or a history museum, do some shopping and lunch, and go for an evening massage. Live music bar and cocktails at night. Let me know what you think of this itinerary. My ideal itinerary is not doing too much. It's really, I like to wake up early, do some exercise, have a swim, have a massage, have some food, go to the beach, have a swim, go to sleep. Question 6. Share a travel experience you've had using at least 3 of the vocabulary. So, here's one I made earlier. Art attack. So many years ago, I took a trip to London. We were able to see the Lion King musical. Then we went on a sightseeing boat trip. Excuse me. I think it's an O-N. Okay. Then we went on a sightseeing boat trip. Our accommodation was expensive because the area is a tourist trap. I saw many younger people filming their vlogs in London. Okay, I think this is a good structure for you to use for your own travel experience. Many years ago is common when we talk about a great experience because, to be honest, most people's great experience happened a few years ago because it's not often you get to go and travel abroad and have a great time. Sometimes you go and it's just average. Sometimes you haven't been abroad in a long time. Question 7 is use destination and flight in one sentence. So we're going to join them. Ice machine every time. Non-stop flights to that destination can be expensive. Most flights to that destination leave in the middle of the night. Non-stop flights to that destination can be expensive. Most flights to that destination leave in the middle of the night. Question 8 is true or false. A passport is only needed for domestic travel. So the key word there was domestic. So sometimes people require it for domestic travel, but actually it's false, right? A passport is, we get rid of not only, is needed for international travel, right? And that fixes our sentence. Question 9. Translate bucket list into your native language. So do that in the comments section, please. A bucket list, if you remember, is a list of things you wish to do before you die. So it might include some sightseeing, some travel, some dangerous activities, something interesting to talk about. Bucket lists tend to be pretty good stuff, otherwise people don't really want to do it. Like go shopping for eggs, it's not on my bucket list, it's on my shopping list. Question 10, discuss why do people love travel vlogs? Well, as again, I've prepared some notes. I'm getting good at this note preparation. Now that we're at the end of time. So why do people love travel vlogs? I reckon there are actually loads of reasons, tons of reasons, which is why there's lots of vlogs. I've divided them into a creator, and the audience. So these are just examples. You might disagree, and I would love to hear in the comments which you disagree with and which ones you would add to. So another purpose to travel. If you're a creator making travel vlogs, there's another reason to travel. You might go back to the same place many times because you're creating content. It's your job. It's a way to monetize your passion. I'm going to use monetize. So if you monetize something, my generation, I think I'm millennial, was sort of criticized for monetizing our hobbies to some extent, but for a lot of people, that's pretty much the only way we can live. So if you monetize your passion, for a lot of younger people, if they travel but create content like vlogs, it allows them at some stage to get some income from their videos, which allows them to travel, because it probably wouldn't be possible for a lot of those people to do that. I can't travel to different countries all the time. I don't have any money. An opportunity to share what you love. So a creator might just like making videos to share with people as they travel. It might be fun, like taking pictures, right? A photographer loves to capture the moments they see. And a vlogger is the same. From the audience side, well, relaxing. I think it's relaxing to watch other people explore. I enjoy watching videos or vlogs from people traveling through markets to see what kind of items they're buying and how they interact. I like watching people try different food. Then I can work out like, I would really like to try that. It's a way to check if a new place suits you. Suits you means it fits you. It's suitable for you. Maybe you are not sure about a particular country or a city. You watch a vlog to check. It's a way to learn without spending money to travel. So much like a television, right? We can watch TV, we watch movies to basically travel and live in different places without having to spend money to do that. Vlogs are another way of experiencing this beautiful world without having to spend lots of money in doing so. You can get a lot of enjoyment from that and learning about different cultures and communities without being, perhaps if you're unable to get there yourself. So this is almost the next best thing. It's a good way to get travel ideas and avoid mistakes. I think this is probably the key point about vlogs. This is what most people love about them. Or what did this influencer or that family or that person do when they went to that city? Oh, they did this, they ate that, they went here. Oh, yes, I want to do that too. Oh, that would look rubbish. I don't want to go there. I don't want to eat that. Oh, that was expensive. Gives people more data and information to make educated plans for their itinerary. Right, thank you very much. That was the end of part 4 of chapter 9. See you in the last bit. Thank you. Hello again. This is the review quiz for chapter 9, so part 5 of 5. And we'll go through some little reviews to check that we've got an understanding of the content from this chapter. So question 1, what is a bucket list? A bucket list. Right. Can we get in a bit closer? There we go. that all fit in? Of course it doesn't all fit in. So, a bucket list is a list of activities and experiences you want to do in your life. So, it might include paragliding or surfing, swimming with dolphins, writing a book, publishing a book, traveling South America. Lots of different options depending on what you want to do and the kind of person you are. Question 2, what's the difference between accommodation and sightseeing? These are very different words, so the difference is quite stark. Right. So the difference between accommodation and sightseeing is, this is the structure we use when there are two words and we want to talk about the difference. So for example, the difference between coffee and tea is, the difference between an Americano and a long black is. So accommodation and sightseeing, the difference is, accommodation is a place you stay or sleep at, such as a hotel, a motel, or Airbnb. Sightseeing is when you travel around local sites and to explore and learn. Okay, so the content here is just checking you understand the definition of each word, and the structure can be used when you describe the difference between anything. What's the difference between a banana and an orange, an apple and a pear? Question 3. Complete the sentence. I need to check to make sure it's still valid. It's quite topical for me because I need to renew my passport because I've got 5 or 6 months left. I need to check my passport to make sure it's still valid. Question 4. Translate tourist trap into your native language. So in the comments, please. And then you can use a practice sentence as well. Question 5. Use itinerary in a sentence. Use itinerary in a sentence. I prefer light itineraries. Light meaning not heavy, and it means to have a lower number of activities and demands. So for example, some group tours often have activities like go, 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 next, 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 next. Some people like that, but some people don't. They prefer light itineraries with more rest time or downtime, right? I'll do downtime. Question 6. What's the best way to find out about local cuisine? Great question. So the answer could be like this. The best way to find out about local cuisine is to go out and talk to local people. Da, da, da. It's not magic. They won't trick you or lie. They just would answer a question. That's the point of being able to communicate, right? Talk to other people. You can also watch vlogs that avoid tourist traps. So there's lots of vloggers. They have different purposes, but there'll be some that focus on avoiding scams or traps, because everybody knows if you visit various cities in Europe and you look like a tourist, you'll immediately be targeted by certain people recommending a restaurant, or go to this and do this, or buy this ticket and do this. And sometimes watching vlogs can help avoid that, or it can help you be more educated about what to do in that situation. The final thing is you could walk around quieter areas away from the tourist hotspots. These places might be more suitable for the local people who perhaps prefer the type of food there. Maybe it's more affordable, maybe it's more genuine and authentic. Tourist hotspots, I mean, let's say Itaewon in Seoul, for example. So South Korea, Seoul, Itaewon, although good for some reasons, is also a tourist trap, right? The restaurants, some of which are great, but there also are ones that are designed for the comfort of tourism, which don't necessarily offer the best in terms of authenticity. But some people like it, other people not so much. Why is a passport important for international travel? Why is it important for international travel? So it's not a great question, to be honest. It's my question, it's my fault. So why is a passport important for international travel? Well, it allows a country to track who comes in and who goes out of that country, right? Their border. And without a passport, you cannot travel internationally. Okay? A passport is an important form of identification. So it's not important for international travel, it's essential. So I'm going to just change that word. It's essential. Without it, it can't happen. Important would mean, well, it means not essential, but it's very important. But this is more vital. Question 8 is true or false? A flight is a trip you take by car. I wonder. Doesn't sound right, does it? So probably false. So it's one you don't take by car, you take by aeroplane or plane. Question 9. Write a sentence using local cuisine. I love to eat local cuisine when I travel. This applies to me because when I was able to travel, I just want to eat nothing but local food, because here in South Korea, sometimes it's really difficult to get local, or to get cuisine from various countries like Vietnam or Thailand or the Philippines. It's very difficult to get high quality, delicious food. So going to those countries is a great chance to enjoy local cuisine with local fresh ingredients. So don't take food. When you travel abroad, don't take kimchi. Don't take noodles. Just eat the proper real food of the place you're traveling to. You're missing opportunities to just have your mind blown by some delicious, like salguksu or something. So much good food. It's not enough time to eat it all. So why would you take food? Anyway, rant over. Number 10. What would you include in your dream itinerary? Wow, what a great question, Matthew. My dream itinerary. Oh, mine's blank. We'll do this together then. Well, lots. Oh, that's a good start. What is wrong? I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, I won't edit this out because it'll show that my brain is broken sometimes. Lots, that's what I want to write. Lots of Sleep. Lots of swimming. I like massages. I like market shopping. And what I mean, when I say market shopping, I don't mean supermarket. Oh, you can't see that. I don't mean supermarket. I mean like night markets, right? I mean fruit markets. And I mean like fresh fruit and vegetables, veg markets. I mean like street food. Oh, yeah. And I mean like, and separate point, live music. If I'm on holiday, I don't drink alcohol now, but I would sit down, a long time ago, sit down, have a nice cold beer, listen to the music that someone's playing, whatever instrument. It's just so relaxing. That's when it feels like you're on holiday. One day. Yeah, so that's, I've not done a day-to-day itinerary, but basically for me, anyway, we did in the practice 1, 2, 3, 4 day itinerary, right? So my dream itinerary is this kind of structure. I don't plan out the days, right? So my dream itinerary would just look like focus on these things and then do them every day for as long as I'm away. All right? Chapter 9. Done. Thank you. I'll see you in chapter 10. You've been brilliant.